Well, so good morning, everybody. My name is Craig Blanchette, and it is March 10th, and this is our Health Coach Huddle Up for this morning. I'm super excited about some content. We've been talking the last couple weeks with Daniela and Kim and Dianne about specifically the idea of layering our mentorship community. And so we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. But before we jump into the actual topic today, I want to make sure that you all know sometimes there's the idea of being able to subscribe to content, just like if you were to subscribe to Comcast or subscribe to a magazine or a newspaper. The nice thing about having a subscription is that you subscribe once and then you set it all up and then it gets delivered however often you've set it up for. And so there's an opportunity to subscribe to podcasts through iTunes, but you can also subscribe to channels on YouTube or Vimeo. And so setting yourself up, sometimes it's nice to be able to watch a training and actually see people in person. And sometimes it's nice just to have the convenience of audio only. And so I've got a couple of, whether you like YouTube sometimes is a little bit cleaner. So I have a YouTube channel for the Health Coach Huddle. And so if you search for Team Blanchette or Health Coach Huddle, you'll find that. And then you can subscribe, and anytime I upload a new video, which happens every Friday, you will automatically be notified that there's a new video available. And then, of course, if you're subscribed to the podcast, you'll get a notification of the same content, just audio only. And then, of course, if you're listening to this podcast or video, you can tune in live Fridays at 9 a.m. And we usually do an hour, two half-hour shows. So you can tune in live and actually be part of the content. So that's the intro for today. And I want to encourage you, if you've never done that, there's a couple of channels that I subscribe to that I really like the content, and it's really nice for me. I want you to kind of get your mind around this. Imagine every time you there was new content, or you weren't sure there was new content, you would have to specifically go to a website, click on a couple things, check, is there anything new? Yes, no. If there is, I can watch it. If there's not, then I wasted all that time. And so taking the time to actually set up subscriptions will be a little bit of time on the front end, but it will be significantly less time on the back end, because it's just going to let you know, hey, there's new content here. And that prevents you from going and searching. And so anyway, that's one thing I wanted to encourage you. The other thing too is with our Facebook page, sometimes, we upload videos there. And I've oftentimes put where you can subscribe to the videos. So if they don't always get uploaded to the Facebook page, you'll have direct access to that kind of content. So both, I'm gonna start uploading them more to our Facebook Health Coach page, but there's other options to set yourself up for subscription content. So now we're going to switch it over. Actually, today we got the idea of this concept we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. And it's the idea of layering our mentorship community. And it's a really, really powerful component. And one of the reasons why is if community is king, in other words, the community that you keep will be the community you become like. If your community doesn't become healthier, then you will only change temporarily. And so this idea of the Optavia offering has a lot of really powerful things. And one of the most important pieces is our community. And so we've been talking about connecting the people that are joining us as clients to our mentoring community before they even receive that magic box of food in the mail. And so we've been talking about what it's like to invite somebody to that, or what it's like to, rather than invite, it's more inform them that this is the next step. And the last 2 weeks, I've had some amazingly simple and like so fun conversations with people that haven't even started the 5-in-1 yet. I see a lot of heads nodding because I know you've experienced it too. And then I'm having these, so you have the first call before they get their box, and you have the second call to connect to the community once they hit their 5-pound marker. And people are hitting the 5-pound and then some. By the time we get the meeting scheduled, they're 8 or 9 pounds. And isn't that something wonderful to celebrate? So I'm going to, hopefully guys, you can get your head around this. It's actually a really simple thing to do. And the fun factor is way for everyone involved. Like everybody has a good time with this, and they get introduced to our community before they've ever tasted any of the fuelings. And so I think I think we're finally getting the rhythm of how this works. So anyway, I want to pass the baton over to Daniela and Kim and Dianne, and we're going to set up the call for you today, and we're going to even do a little bit of activity together. So welcome Daniela and Kim and Dianne.
Thank you, Craig. Well, I'm really excited to be back with you guys. I spent a little time in Guatemala on a mission trip, and so was really excited to hear what you guys move forward with. And so today, we're super excited to kind of do a little review, because what we're really noticing is these are the critical pieces. And if these aren't layered in a sequential fashion, then we miss opportunity to find some amazing people to help them move forward, but to also inspire others to do the same. And so what we're going to do today is Kim is going to take us down a brief review path. And then the even more exciting piece, I think, is that we're going to do a little experimentation today with some breakout and practice so that we can get feeling really comfortable with utilizing these fabulous scripts and tools that we have that will help us move forward. So Kim, I'm going to toss it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniela. So I hope that some of you have had a chance to try this, and I'm really looking forward to your feedback. So like Daniela said, I'm going to do a quick review. But while I'm doing this, if you've had a chance to experience this, or even if you haven't, I'd love you to be thinking about questions, how this might change the way you do things that you're experiencing, because I want to have a little bit of time for some questions and discussion, and then we'll go into kind of practicing. So the review part, hopefully it's getting pretty routine, or you're at least getting there, so you're thinking about it. So a couple Fridays ago, we introduced this idea that as you get your client's first order, they give you the credit card information, you start layering the community and coaching right away. And that was a really simple statement that goes something like, I'm so excited that you're getting started. You are going to be melting away and inspiring other people. And when that happens, you have a couple choices. You can refer them to me, and I would love that, and I'd give you a $25 thank you credit. Or most people actually decide to partner with their friends and family themselves and become a coach. But we'll talk about that later. So that's a really quick, simple statement. And then our goal is to get our new client connected with our mentor as soon as possible. And so I've had a lot of experience with Dianne. She lets somebody know, me or another coach know, hey, I've got this call at 2:30. Are you available around 3 in case they're ready? And she'll give me a call, and we will do a quick meet and greet right then. And that's a really simple call as well. So if it was Dianne, she would introduce her new client to me, and I would ask really quickly, hey, what's one thing that you're most excited about getting healthy? And then they say that quickly, and then after that, I'm just going to make sure I get this in the right order here. And Craig put up the outline for us. So you just say, kind of repeat back to them what their number one goal was. And okay, switch my screen. and just edify the coach. You are in great hands. What is great about this coach that you're working with? And then at the end of the call, you'd simply say, would you do me a favor? I love to celebrate with people. Would you contact me when you've lost your first 5 pounds? I'd love to celebrate you. And just kind of welcome to the team and the community. So it's really simple and it's really fun. But what I'd love to do is toss it back out to you. What questions come up? Have you done this? What have you experienced? I would love, Craig shared a little bit about what he's been experiencing. And I know I've had some really great experiences too, but anybody, awesome, Alex.
Yeah, I'll jump off. Yeah, you're good. You're paying attention, aren't you? I just unmuted and you knew it. Yeah, so this has been so big. Thank you so much for bringing this out a couple weeks ago, or if it was just last week, I don't even remember when you brought it out, but I got on it right away. It made so much sense to create the community from the beginning. I was always waiting to do that 3-way call as a formal schedule. And what that does is cause hesitation in your brain. And then you've got everything else in your life going on as a coach and as a dad for me, and as a son to my mom, and as a brother to my brother. I'm a very busy person in my life, just like you all. And that hesitation would literally kill the opportunity. That person's so excited at that very moment in time to get started. So what I love is this. When I call, I've been doing 2 different things. One is I've been saying, hey, I want to introduce you. And then immediately reaching out and doing a call. And I've not just been doing it with Craig. I've been reaching out to other coaches that are on the team, above me, below me, right? It's just amazing without this whole worry about it's not my mentor, right? Just someone. And because these calls are like 3 minutes, 5 minutes the most, like it's so good. And then when they don't answer, like the mentor coach doesn't answer, I can say something like, hey, Craig, or hey, Dianne, just wanted to introduce you to Aksa. She's just getting things started. She's so excited. She's about to drop her first 35 pounds and feel amazing. Anyhow, I want to introduce you guys. And then there's that. So can leave that message, and they get to hear you leaving that message for that other person if you don't get a hold of them. It's just the intent. And I could go on, but I'll give some space for others.
Yeah, Dianne had her hand up. Go ahead, Dianne.
Yeah. Craig, you have mentioned a lot, and it's part of the reason you started the Power Hours about, how you kind of feel isolated and alone, and you're doing this business all by yourself. Well, I think what this process that we're implementing has really created a spirit of interdependence. And I love it. I feel like I'm supported in so many different ways now. Not that, you know what I mean? Not that we weren't supported before, but now even more so in our own journey and in our clients' journey. So I'm seeing such a big difference in the way my clients respond to it. They're excited and they really want to be part of that community. So I'm really excited.
And whether it was there or not before, you said something really powerful. I feel it. Mm-hmm. You said that just now.
Yeah.
You don't make that up. You either, if it's there and you don't feel it, who cares? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So whatever we're doing is different, and you feel it now. And our clients, our pre-coaches, our clients, our community, because at the entry level, we're all clients. We're all someone's coach. We're someone's client. And so at that entry level, we want to feel that, like what you just said. And it is feelable. It's obvious. Is that a word, feelable?
It is now.
It is now.
It is now. And they are feeling it. Santi, just on back of what Dianne was saying, Santiago's he's a coach. He's an executive director, about to go regional. He hasn't been very plugged into what we're doing because he runs a big business, like massive multi-million-dollar company. And he's got another passion too. And so coaching is becoming a passion. But with this, when we did a quick call, and I said this to him, I said, Santi, check this out. I said, hey, what do you think about, and I just repeated what Kim just taught us. He goes, I love it. I go, why don't you call somebody right now while we're on the phone? And he called up somebody's and he just left a message because they didn't answer. Hey, I want to introduce you to my coach who's been great to me. He's helped me and Elise out and blah, blah, blah. I can't wait for you to have this other part of you to meet your other coach who's going to be there to help you. He got off. He was like, that feels amazing. As soon as we got off, he started a new client. And then immediately he called me up. My phone's ringing, right? I was like, Santi's calling me back, asking me a question, I think. And he's like, hey, Alex, I got Henry on the phone here. He's just getting started. And I'm like, Henry, how's it going? He's like, man, I'm so excited to meet you. Santi's told me how much you've helped him and Elise. He says, you're going to help me too. It was like, and then the next guy, he calls me back 10 minutes later. Santi calls me back 10 minutes after this. He starts another client, right? Henry's brother. And I wasn't able to answer because I was busy doing something. But the message was, hey, Alex, I can't wait to get you set up for a conversation to meet Leroy, Henry's brother. And it was so, so cool. So anyhow, that energy has been viral.
Yeah, I love it, because what we're talking about here right now is our excitement mostly, right? This is fun. And that's what I experienced. What do you think it does for the client? Yes. Anybody have any feedback for the client's perspective?
Well, I'll start just with Henry. Henry was so excited that Santi made a big deal to introduce us. And he was like, man, I can't wait to get this going. Because Santi made the specific statement saying, Henry's about to drop 40 pounds and start feeling amazing, Alex. I wanted you to meet him. So Henry kept that same energy. His whole voice was fired up immediately. And it was associating me, Santi's mentor, with that positive energy. So I think that it's not just the fact that we're introducing them to our coach or to another parallel person. It happened to be that I was Santi's coach. It could be a cross line. It could be right to me introducing him to you, Kim, or to a down or up. It's just another human being who's part of the team. And he felt it. I could hear it.
Yeah. And I think, I know we want to get so that you guys have some chance to practice too. So, but I think my experience has been as well that one, it's been sometimes hard for me to connect clients to my mentors after they've already gotten their food. You know, they see, hey, this works. And do I really need community? I don't know so much, and it's been kind of a struggle. This is awesome because it's their first introduction. And just like Craig said, before they get the food. So I'm not sure, we wanted to spend some time giving time to practice so this becomes comfortable and fun. So I don't know, Craig, do you want to organize that, or Daniela, or?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to post a link. So if you click on that link in the chat, that way the document will come up, because once you go into your breakout room, you'll have a new chat window. So you won't be able to see it over there. So everybody click on that link so that as many that can click on that link. Debbie, I understand that you're at work as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to send you guys 3 by 3, and Zoom's going to pick the people that go into a room. And what you're going to basically do is one person's going to be the new client, which you're not going to have to do a whole lot. And then you'll have the mentor coach, and you'll have the sponsor, right? So you have the person that you brought in, the actual coach and then the new client. So that's the three people there. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because you can't edify yourself. That's called bragging, right? So we'll look at those things and make sure that you understand what's the goal of it, and just try it on. Be clumsy. Okay. This is the group to be clumsy in. If you read it and you're a robot, it's okay. I can give you a 25. Do it, right? This is the place to do that in, and you'll be so much better the second and third time. So we'll figure out how the breakout rooms go, create breakout rooms. So it just grabbed 3 people. Oh, wait a minute here. Let's try it again. We want to create 5 rooms, 3 per room. So you get who you get, and to quickly introduce yourselves. And you're going to have about 5 minutes, we'll go about 8 minutes to do this, and then I'll bring you all back. So run through it quickly and just get the rhythm of it. All right. We'll see you guys back in about 8 minutes. And for those of you that didn't go into a room, I can chat with you. It looks like Betsy, Jeremy, and Martin. Actually, I'm going to go over with Eileen. Join. All right, Eileen, I saw you over here by yourself. Martin's on his telephone and I was waiting. So you're on mute though, so you got to unmute yourself. Do you know how to do that? Down in the bottom left corner is where you can unmute. Perfect. All right. So why don't I be you be the coach and I'll be our which one, actually, which role would you like to do? You're good at this, I heard, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Me being the coach?
Oh, then Martin's up now. So yeah, you can be the coach and one of us, Martin, can be the mentor coach and I can be the client.
Oh, okay.
You know? Yep. Yep.
That'd be good practice for me.
Yep.
So
What's that, Martin?
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, so you're the actual coach. So you're going to be talking to Martin or me, which either one of us is. Why don't I be the client? So you're talking to me as the client, and then you're going to say, "Let me bring on my coach," and Martin will be your coach.
Okay.
Got it?
So I got the credit card information from you, and I'm talking to you now. I'm saying, Craig, I'm so excited for you. You are going to start melting away with those pounds, and there's going to be so many people that are going to be inspired by you when they see you. And when that happens, they're going to be asking you questions and all that. So I can give you a $25 thank you card, or you may choose to partner with your friends that want to join you, and you can become a mentor or coach. We can talk about that later. But right now, I'd like you to meet Martin, and just want to introduce you to Martin. Craig, this is Martin. Martin, this is Craig, my new client.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, Martin.
I'm the mentor coach, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, my role. Hey, nice to meet you. It's just been, I'm just so excited. Eileen's told me a little bit about you, and just kind of hearing a little, or excited to hear a little bit about your story and what, tell me some things that you're excited to get started on.
Yes. Well, yeah, I'm excited that
I only see us. I can't see anybody else. I don't know if I can't see the script. If there's a script. So
there is. Yeah.
I'm winging it.
I printed it out. I cheated. I printed it out.
Yeah, I just sent it to you on the chat, and you can just pull that up and walk through it. It's real, and it's great. We have plenty of time to do this, so go ahead and jump out there and do that.
Let me get my screen size properly.
Yeah.
And we're going to clean up this document a little bit as well with the specific sort of nuts and bolts of it. It's when you read through it a couple of times, it makes sense. But you did exactly the right thing, Eileen. Is, many people choose to partner with their friends and actually be part of their journey because they know you the best. And so if that's something you're interested, we can talk about that, of course. But either way, let me get my mentor coach on because he's part of our community, and so I want to add a little bit more of that stuff into the script here. And
okay.
Then my mentor's going to join us now. So let me get him on the phone and
there we go. Okay. So, so I'm on the phone. Hey, Craig. So, hey, I'm just so excited to meet you. And that you're joining and being part of our team. Tell me why have you chosen to partner with, and actually, why have you chosen to partner with Eileen?
Yeah. Well, I've just seen Eileen, she's such an inspiring lady. I've seen her at church and I've seen her, she just seems to be coming alive again, and she's lost all this weight, and then she just seems to have all this energy. And so that's why.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Well, I have about 50 pounds I need to lose. And again, actually. And Eileen talks about that this is different than just a weight loss program, that there's more to it, that I can learn healthy habits. And so I'm excited about that too.
Oh, awesome. And you're in great hands with Eileen. And, she's helped many people to really achieve their goals. And so it's going to be exciting watching you lose those 50 pounds. What I'd like to do is, when you're down your first 5 pounds, I'd love to maybe circle back around and visit with you and just kind of hear some, celebrate with you about what's maybe changed and what you're looking forward to for the next 45.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds fun. It's great to be part that. It's great to know that I'm not doing this alone.
Yeah, we're here for you, Craig.
Thank you. Yeah, and one of the other things, Eileen, that you just said there is you might, if you come at it from the angle that you're a client too, right? It's like you can say I'm here for you, but it's like we're in this together. That kind of mindset, I think that feels really good because it doesn't feel like you have all your stuff together and I suck. It feels like we're in this together, and that's a nice,
yeah, I understand.
Yep.
Not like I'm up here and then you're down here.
It's not up one, down one. It's not I'm talking down to you.
Yeah, we're all on the same.
And because that's actual reality.
Yeah.
When we actually look at what's going on, I'm still today, me, Craig, is still working on my health. I still am.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So did that feel pretty good? We did this the other night, Martin, but you didn't have the script in front of you. And so you've now had this a couple of times, but how'd that feel for you?
Yeah, I feel fine. It's just just one thing I'm reading. Sorry, I'm adjusting my technology.
Yeah, I can see.
My camera person he's on break right now, so I'm happy to do it for him.
Hey, so I have a question about, you were talking about the first 5 pounds. My recent client, this was her first week, and the celebration is tomorrow. She told me today that she's lost 4 pounds so far, so she's pretty excited. So when we celebrate tomorrow, I guess I don't understand, because I was going to ask Alex, what do we celebrate? I mean, do we have like balloons and whistles?
Well, you just say, so tell me what's new. You're down almost 5 pounds or 5 pounds or 7 pounds. What are you noticing about your body? Are you hungry? How's your energy? That kind of just
questions. Yeah.
It's just another little, whoa, this is exciting. Because the first 5 pounds is exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's working. Here's what I say in my mind. It's working.
Right.
And that's exciting.
Yeah, she said 4 pounds. She was excited because you could tell probably tomorrow it's going to be the 5 pounds, and she's just like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 5 pounds, could it be fat burn? Or not fat, or just after fat burn, or maybe the first week? Just thinking it's going to be right around that time anyway. But if someone is slower and they've taken a longer time to get into fat burn.
Well, but if they're in fat burn, they've lost about 5 because that's the glycogen in your liver.
Right. But some people take 6 to 7 days to get into that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's not day 5. It's not day 4. It's 6 to 7 days, which is 5 pounds, which is also fat burn, but 5 pounds is an easy thing for them to see on the scale. And if it's 3 pounds, great, 3 pounds, it's working.
And my question is, how do I phrase it? Because I don't want to discourage her, and she knows this, but I just want to remind her that when we go into the second week, it may not be another 5 pounds. It may be a little bit less. How do I say it without,
I would cross that bridge if it happens.
Okay.
Because you're going to be talking to him next week. Anyway, we're going to go back to the other room and do a recap.
Okay.
I'm driving.
Oh, yeah, Murray was driving, but he managed to practice with me.
You're muted, Craig.
Eileen was in a room by herself, and so I jumped over there and talked to her.
Oh, Eileen, you must have been, because we were just 2 of us, so I don't know.
Yeah,
how that
Jeremy
happened.
was the third, and he was on mute.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
So it worked out. And then Martin was on mute, and it was Betsy. I think it was Eileen, Betsy, and Martin. And so anyway, doesn't matter. But we all got a chance to practice a little bit. The rest of the gang will be back here within 30 seconds. What, any comments here? Because this will be on the recording at least. How did that go? How did that feel?
Pretty good, I think.
Yeah. What did you have a takeaway that was fun or exciting, Eileen?
Yeah, it was exciting because I'm thinking for a new client that $25 might be an incentive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's good to put, I would call it a little tickle on their brain about, being a potential coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when I like it when you say, it says, we can talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's in the back of their mind. So it just, they may be thinking about it for the next few weeks as they lose weight.
So you guys write this down. It's a tickle on your brain. Right? Isn't that a great term? I love that. Yeah. Who else? Tell me about your experience. We have one more. Oh, Christina. Yeah, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had Dawn and Daniela, and I was kind of nervous at first. I was like, I don't want to go. And then I got like two amazing ladies with me, and a little sweet grandson at the same time, and it was adorable. And I feel a little bit more comfortable. Like I was really insecure about the whole like reaching out to some random person in the community instead of John or you, Craig, and just being able to, like, I'm at a loss because I can't reach out to these two people that I am like closer with. And Dawn and Daniela just kind of helped boost my confidence in knowing that it is okay to reach out to somebody, even if I don't know them. Why? Because we're a community, we're doing this together, we're forming relationships, all that stuff that we're learning about with our clients or our future clients or our friends or family or whoever we're connecting with. And why not do that within our own community? Because that's what a community is. We're like a family. We're like, we're all knitted together somehow. And I'm sure we've all experienced this insecurity of like reaching out to some random coach, like, hey, I need your help, and not knowing who they are. But being in this community, showing up every week or every power hour or whatever, we get to know each other a little bit more. And I'm a little more comfortable with reaching out to that random person, whether it's Kim or Alex or Daniela or whoever, that I can just say, hey, I kind of need you. I'm really excited, but I need you. Like, I need help. And they're totally going to be like more than willing, instead of just not reaching at all and failing at the process, you know?
Another resource for all of us is the Health Coach, Optimal Health Coach page, because that's a resource that we're all looking at. And so you can post things there, all of us. I actually want to mention that to all of you. Let's start putting our questions out there and having a lot of, conversation in there. Who else had, curious to see who else had wanted to talk about that experience. Did it feel a little awkward? And are you better because of it? Tell us about that.
Hey, Craig, I wanted to say something real quick.
I
just, as far as just putting us into that meeting, and like you said, putting us with people that we might not have met before, we're asking our clients to do this. And I feel like, with us getting more comfortable, how can we ask our clients to jump in and start to feel comfortable if we know how it feels to all of a sudden have to be in a room with, in a Zoom with people that we don't necessarily know. So, I mean, that's my takeaway, is like, this will empower us to feel more comfortable to bring people in, because we're getting more comfortable with it. And so that's my takeaway too.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Debbie. Nailed it. Exactly what she said. Lorraine.
I was just going to say, to follow up with what Deb said, was Zoom can be very intimidating. You talk about Zoom to some of, I know my clients, and there's a freeze up, right? They freeze up. But once you introduce them to it, and sometimes they have to sit off to the side a little bit, and then gradually they kind of start moving closer to the screen, they get very familiar with you guys on the screen, and then it's a whole lot easier. And I know I felt the same way in the beginning. Like, wait, can I just not show my face and just listen in? But gradually, as you introduce them to it, as they get used to it, it gets
By the way,
easier. But
Zoom is the only reason I shave. Okay, just so you all know, the only reason I actually get dressed is because I'm actually. It's good though.
Yeah, Daniela.
I just want to say what has come as a realization to me is we as a coach community are becoming really authentic right here, right now, because we are being a real community in and among each other. We are sharing and talking with each other, like as Christina brought out, that that I'm not alone and I've got tons of people that can help me, not just one or two. And that creates a real authenticity that it's kind of like if we don't read the Habits of Health, either do our clients. Well, if we're not practicing this community, either will our clients be. So this is exciting to me.
Perfect. That's great. Well, hopefully we're going to do this. I thought this experiment, I've never done what we just did before, where we sent people off into breakout rooms and just said, go for it. I loved it. I thought it was great. And it was like that message came up that said, you've been invited to this breakout room. And you're like, do I go? Oh, okay, I'm going, right? And then you were there and you did it. And so that's that thing that we need to get over, because people's lives are depending on that. I hope you guys feel that. This is not candles. This is life and death. That's the world we play in. And not only just, it's abundant life, or a life of lots of no's and I can'ts and oh my goodness, right? That's what we're doing here. And so the more comfortable we get with actually inviting people to this, which is, this is good. What we have is good. Then more people will feel comfortable, more will join us, and then our community is just going to get that much bigger and better. So I want to say thank you guys for the preparation for this process of really breaking this down to the practical steps. And I want to challenge you to reach out, and I dare you to do one of these. You have the script there. I know you can all read. And so do one, make it fun. They're short, they're simple, and people get to feel cared for. In the end, that's what happens. So this is a really big deal.
I just want to say one thing on the back of that, Craig. Well, two things actually. First off, back to what you said. Yes, Daniela, Kim, and Dianne, thank you for bringing this format. We needed this. We used to have this. We got it back. Thank you. Thank you for Craig for prioritizing this training on the front end for us to get into action. And this is it, the role playing, the doing. How many of you feel more comfortable now that you could do this because we did it together? I mean, if you don't, leave your hand down. If you do, raise your hand. I mean, so good. We get to work this out. This is the place to be clumsy. This is it, right? And that's it. I just love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, we're going to hang around. I'm going to close it off. So thanks for joining us today. By the way, next week, I'll be in the Dominican Republic on my anniversary, 25 years with my beautiful bride. So you guys are in great hands with team Daniela, Kim, and Diana. Or Dianne. So anyway, so we're going to close up now, and then we've got our health coach, or our Take Shape Life University Chapter 10 coming up.